Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Hornets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Clark, some players are notoriously fast starters. Some take time to settle in. Which camp did you fall into?
Kevin, I was a fairly quick starter. Training camp in the preseason was an opportunity, if I wasn't hurt, to really get ready for the start of the regular season. So I tried to jump out of the gates quickly, and in my short career, I did that.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Pass to Wesley. Just 5 on the clock. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Robinson for 3. The 76ers another 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Davis. We saw him with 29 points last game. Here's McGloire and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Oh, a sweet jam. He really stuffed that one in.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to McGloire. Here's Wesley. Over Robinson. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Now Davis. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Ooh, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Count that one for Mashburn.
These are the shots you want Mashburn taking because he's that good on offense.
Sinks the triple. Barber's got 6.
From deep territory like that, a great way to catch the defense off guard.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Hornets. It's a 14-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And in terms of intensity, they kind of took the night off. Looked like they were just going through the motions.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Here's Mashburn. The 76ers getting the bucket. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The more good work he does inside, the more it helps his entire game.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. New Orleans making some changes here. Campbell, he's checked in for Jamal McGloire. Brown comes in for Lynch, and Alexander subbed in for David Wesley. Dixon's checked in for the 76ers. James comes in for Robinson.
And you love the floor recognition there, proving he's willing to give it up to open teammates.
Get there.
Here's Alexander. James covering. Alexander gets the bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
Now here's Brown. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Campbell is screen on James. Alexander, no luck.
Well, you know exactly why they let him have that shot.
Here's Barber. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Alexander. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And Davis gets it to go.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
The 76ers leading by 20. Pass to Barber from the wing. Here's James. That one good for 2.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Bounce pass Davis. Brown kicks to Davis. Williams with the block.
Boy, that was a demoralizing rejection right there. This is what happens when you challenge him at the basket.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Here's Mashburn. He had 15 points last outing. Davis with the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Banked in off the glass. Davis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's Philadelphia, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Some changes for Philadelphia. Williams, he's checked in for Brown. Smooth comes in for James. And it's Edwards in for Jones. The 76ers leading by 23. Three-pointer. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Shots good by Wesley.
David Wesley has a nice-looking release on that three-point shot, so you got to respect him from there.
Here's Barber. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. 23 points for Smooth.
Confident shot, knew he wanted to fire, and did not hesitate. Pass to Wesley.
Over Edwards. And it's Wesley missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for Philadelphia. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow, quite a stretch.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Look, you'll take that shot every time up the floor.
Philadelphia has gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And the Hornets call time here. A big change to the playoff format, Greg. The first round is up to best of 7. It was best of 5.
Yeah, and no one is complaining about more playoff games. The intensity is incredible, but it'll be interesting to see if we have less upsets.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the 76ers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out New Orleans, 4 games back.
And I think for the 76ers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Davis kicks to Wesley. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For Philadelphia, they've gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter.
Talk about being focused. Nothing is going to distract him on offense.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Brown, and that one is off. White with the defensive effort. His first shot coming late. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
It's stolen by Edwards. And now Philadelphia on the break. Williams gets the bucket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Will it go? And it's Davis with the jam.
That is Baron Davis at his best, taking it right to the rack and going at defenders.
That one falls. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
Ready to fire right off the catch. Excellent shot prep.
Davis kicks to Brown. Knocked loose. White drives in. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
Refusing to give up on the play. Grabs the loose ball and then sends it back.
New Orleans gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Campbell, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Confident play from Campbell inside, using his physicality to find a shot.
Wasted no time on that one. White's got 7 points. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Pass to Mashburn. Going inside, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
McGlure, he's checked in for New Orleans. Lynch comes in for Wesley. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Pass to Brown. Here's Mashburn. He's got 6. Right wing from downtown. Rebound by Williams. Robinson for 3. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
In order to win games, you gotta hit the jumper.
Pass to Brown. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Robinson comes to help. Brown the pass to Mashburn. His three-pointer's off the mark. Robinson for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
And his ability to affect the game goes way up when he's knocking down shots from three-point range.
24 seconds left to play in the first half. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And McGlory knows how to use his size on the glass. Outstanding work right there.
And that one's good. Barber.
His offensive efforts have been tremendous so far.
Here's Davis, and it's Baron Davis with the finish.
Okay, two hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Davis down low, and he banks in the layup. Davis has got 15 points.
And he's a shoot-first kind of player, and when Davis is on, well, he keeps after it on offense.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
From deep. Keeps it alive. McGlory kicks to West. Outside, Davis. Oh, that was something to see.
My goodness.
That is unreal. Davis, one of the most explosive athletes in the league.
Here's Barber. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barber's got 35.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about it.
Pass to Mashburn. All sorts of time, and it falls over the rim and in.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Williams for three, buries it from three-point range. He's got 26.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Nice move. McGlory gets the bucket. He's got 8.
At 6'11", McGlory is a big target inside, which is why his teammates get him the ball in there.
And that one's good. Barber.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Got a piece of it.
And that block was all about timing, making sure he didn't foul while also protecting the rim. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Davis, the pass to Mashburn. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Philadelphia's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here.
Good team basketball. Nice find there.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the New Orleans Hornets. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Good on the shot.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
David Wesley on the wing. It's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 5 assists in the game.
The specialty of David Wesley's knocking down the catch and shoot opportunity.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Mashburn. 8 points for him. And the shot goes in.
And this is how special Mashburn is on the drive, using that athleticism to just explode towards the rim.
Got that one up quick. Barber's got 44.
Look, you have to account for the corner 3 because it's the shortest one on the court. That's why guys shoot such a high percentage from there.
Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. Here's McGlory. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Jamal McGlory, don't do him like that, showing off all that power.
And here are the 76ers now. Got that bucket in no time at all. Barber's got 49 points in the game.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Here's Davis. Robinson pulls it in.
Really good work by the defense to protect the rim and alter the shot.
Drops in the tray. 32 points for Williams.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
43 seconds left in the third. Davis with it. He's got 21. It's tipped.
Great effort on defense there, denying them down low.
Fires from deep. Connects again.
And it's another 50-point night for him. He's had a bunch of them in his career.
And on the NBA all-time list of 50-point games, he's almost in the top 5. Can they get it? Williams with the block. Here's Robinson. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Philadelphia with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They have been excellent at both ends of the floor. The scoreboard showing what a complete performance this has been. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Philadelphia calls time here. So it's Philadelphia now. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Here's Alexander. Here's Augman. Pass to Campbell. Here's Alexander. Nailed from three-point land.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
They get it back. Shot's good by Williams.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Augman. And he uses the glass on the layup. Augman's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Here's Barber. Drains the 19-footer.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
It's good.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. Are you kidding me? Nasty. Throwing a haymaker. He wants to make them feel him.
The Hornets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Williams for 3 gets the 3-pointer to fall. Williams has got 39.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Wesley. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. From deep 3-point territory, another 3 for Philadelphia. New Orleans gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Augman. The layup missed.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And that one's good, Iverson.
And Iverson can knock down the triple from time to time. I like seeing that part of his game expand.
And here is Wesley. Driving inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Williams gets the bucket.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Poked loose. 6 on the shot clock. Wesley can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Campbell. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, nice feed by Wesley. Always looking to get others involved.
Down low. And the slam by Williams.
Putting on a clinic this quarter. I mean, what a tremendous outburst scoring-wise.
Pass to Brown. New Orleans moving it around. Tries it from 19. Count that bucket. Here's Barber. Here's Dixon. And he makes good on the layup. Dixon's got his first points of the night.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Now Wesley. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. The 3 from Iverson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Iverson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Smooth.
Offensively, he was
good. Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
The defense may have given him that one. Based on the results, you see why.
Again, what an avalanche. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
13 feet away. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.